What is going on, guys and gals? My name is Schematocles, and today we're doing another X-Plane 11 video, and this one's going to be pretty special. The SR-71 did pretty well, actually. So I figured we would do another one-off here where we fly the X-15, which is an experimental aircraft developed for NASA by North American, with the objective of going up really high, really fast, and collecting a bunch of data that will be useful for later spacecraft missions. And the X-15, I was reading about it on Wikipedia, actually holds the official world record for manned powered aircraft flight speed, I guess. So they flew at Mach 6.72 in this thing. That's about 7,000 kilometers per hour. So pretty fast indeed. Much faster than the SR-71, in fact. So, pretty awesome. But anyway, today we're going to fly the X-15. It's not going to be a very long flight. We're somewhere over Los Angeles here. Let me see if I can zoom in on this map. So here's LAX down here, and we're going to be flying into Edwards Air Force Base, which is up to our north here. So basically we're just going to do a straight shot north, and then we're going to turn, and then we're going to come back down on a final. So a little bit of information about the X-15. It's actually rocket powered, so we have a limited amount of fuel here, extremely limited, and we're getting launched from this B-52, as you can see, so that we can get up high and fast much more easily with the limited amount of fuel that we have. So I mean, what else is there to say? Here we are. Let's go ahead and do it. The plan is basically I'm gonna go nose up, climb up to around what I believe to be 100,000 feet. The altitude is a little bit wonky in this thing as far as reading it. The inertial height actually doesn't work, or maybe I don't know how to work it, something. But then we'll do the kind of visual approach into Edwards, and we'll just see how fast we go. All right, so let's do it. Spacebar to drop, and full power. You can see we're accelerating handily already. Stay level, build up some airspeed. Let's start bringing that nose up. Not a ton of fuel in this thing. Alright, and we are climbing now. Let's see if we can see our mothership. So we're just passing back through the altitude of the mothership, and we are pretty much gone right now. Alright, so let's go nose over here very gently. See what kind of speed we get up to. We're really high already. I'd assume we're about 100,000 feet right now. So let's see if we can even approach that Mach 6.72 world record here. Through Mach 3 pretty easily. How are we doing on fuel? Got about 20% remaining. Mach 4, no problem. Yeah, I don't think we're hitting Mach 6, but we might get to Mach 5. Very close. So about Mach 4.75 here. Oh man, just look at that. This is so cool that stuff like this is in the X-Plane 11 beta. There's Edwards off to the east there. So that's where we'll be attempting to land, and right now we are obviously very high and very fast for landing. Still at Mach 4 here. Altitude, I have no clue. So I feel like this aircraft kind of harkens back to an era similar to the one that the SR does, where we were still kind of learning about the bleeding edge of supersonic aerothermodynamics and space travel and all that stuff. I feel like it's just a cooler time, you know. People were interested in this type of stuff. Not that they're not now, but most of the X-planes now, I can't think of really any, with the exception of the the X-37, the orbiter, that are even supersonic these days. So we just don't have all that much interest in it. But this thing was very cool. So now what I'm really worried about here is managing my altitude and my airspeed relative to Edwards, because it looks like we're pretty far out. So fortunately we have a lot of altitude on our side, but we're going to need to really get the nose down to maintain airspeed, because the last thing that you want to do is get this thing into a low velocity type situation, because its stall speed is so high. I mean, if you just look at it, it's essentially it's a bullet with wings. So we'll make sure to we really want to stay supersonic if at all possible. So we'll keep bringing that nose down to maintain our speed here. There's a lot of airstrips down there at Edwards, so hopefully we'll be able to pull off one. If not, everything around it is dried sand bed, desert, what is that? Dried lake bed, yeah. So we should be able to pull off something. So basically the plan will be keep the airspeed really high, come in, deploy flaps, then the air brake, and then the gear at the last second as we kind of approach the ground. And the gear in the X-15 is actually just a set of skids. And hopefully we don't crash. The X-15s, I don't remember how many of them there were. I want to say like 8 or something like that, but they actually tended to kill their pilots somewhat often. So not for the faint of heart. I actually saw one of the X-15s. They have one at the Smithsonian, the National Air and Space Museum on the Mall in Washington, D.C. I was there, I guess that would have been last summer for a business trip. It was really kind of just amazing to see, an X-15 because of what that aircraft meant just for NASA and the future of the space program and everything. It's really amazing. And now we can fly it in X-Plane 11 beta, so that's great. All right. So I'm thinking that X-Plane 11 is probably going to be a good thing for the channel. I think that it's really helping out grow the channel, and it's easy videos for me to do. They're kind of one-offs, and these are the type of videos that I like to do. It's short, it's simple, doesn't require a lot of editing, so definitely going to keep these up. Do drop a like on the video if you agree, and if you're enjoying the X-Plane 11 content, because it helps me figure it out. Okay, so we're gonna make an attempt at whatever runway this is in front of us here. It's looking like we're probably good on altitude to make the end of that runway, but we're gonna need to come in and turn right pretty hard. This is the part of the... So we're at 9,000 feet right now. I'm descending rapidly. It's 8,000. Alright. So the X-15, of course, has one of those windscreens just like the SR where it's very difficult to land, but we're going to do our best. And I actually attempted this once and ran it off the runway, so we'll see how this goes this time. I'm going to eat up a little bit more of the runway here than I did before. A little bit left to center line. Okay, so let's go ahead and get those flaps out. And here comes the air brake, and we are really slowing down now, boy. Alright. We got plenty of airspeed left to flare. Gear's coming out. Come on, baby. Alright, and let's see how this goes. Smooth, 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 smooth. Oh, that wasn't way too smooth. Oh no! Where are we going? Alright, I'm trying to get us back on the runway here. Looks like we're gonna run off. Let's take a look at this. That's alright. Hey, we're at Edwards. So they'll have a car out here for us in a minute. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys have enjoyed this X-Plane 11 video. I certainly have enjoyed playing X-Plane 11 recently. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Dislike it if you didn't. I can take that criticism. And leave a comment and get subscribed for more content just like this. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.